Okay. Nice. Nice. So we're back for the
Part
playing the intro.
billion? Yeah, we can. I don't know.
Thank you for the visual cues because I was thinking there like I'll just wait for Mark to start talking again.
Yeah. Um, for
Ah,
as
hey,
advanced technology is, I'm amazed we still struggle with it so much. But anyway,
dude, you know what? On that note, at least we can do this. I mean, two
this
different
is true.
locations. At least we can still cobble together some kind of a podcast thing.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
that's. I, quick note: this is probably not great for the podcast, but it feels like this mechanism we switched to. You can hear me. There's less of a delay between us.
yes, yes, I agree. There's
Okay.
definitely less of a bit
Cool.
of a, and while you're talking and I'm talking, I can hear you. It doesn't cut out, so
Okay. Nice. Okay. Well, good to know. Side note.
much
Um,
better.
But on that, dude, like, I know we've been talking about stuff we've been watching, and people will probably notice it's a lot about what you've watched. And then I remember I've watched some of it, but I've been gaming a lot. So I actually wanted to, I know it's like 1,000 years old, but I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. And I know we've talked a little bit about it before.
Love that fucking game, dude.
Sorry, I have this crazy car driving behind me, which is super loud. But anyway, dude, so yeah, like I've always digged those kind of games. Like adventure games that are decision based, and your decision like affects like outcomes to a degree, and you got to go around and find out stuff, and then you get side quests and it's like this massive landscape just running around and like upgrading your weapons and stuff. So yeah, I
Mm.
haven't gotten really far in the game. I know there's a second game out already for in PS5, which I still
So it's
can't
still
afford.
fictitious to all of us normal folk who don't have such things.
Yeah, but no, dude, like I can see why it has such great reviews. I can see why it's so well loved. And in fact, I just can't understand why I didn't play it sooner. Look, the obvious answer is it was available free on the PlayStation Store for
Mm,
a limited time, if you remember, and that's why I got it. So I didn't have to pay for it. So I was a cheapskate. But
right.
yeah, no, it's awesome, and I love the idea of like I don't know how long you watched your cousin playing it, but obviously you've got this idea that you like this. You're from like a Viking styled village, and you're an outcast, and you're fighting all these robots that have essentially taken over, and
Mm,
and what's cool is I don't know if you saw this, but what there's a suspicion I have about the game, and I don't want to speculate too soon, but the tribe you part of, they talk about the All Mother and the this and the that, like their god, but there seems to be a little bit of lap over between the machine technology and their god, and it's almost like your character starts thinking that they are actually praising these old robots without even knowing it. So I think there's going to be some weird overlap. So I'm quite keen to see like what
mm.
plays out, how the robots eventually took over these like watches and like so yeah.
So, dude, yeah, I mean, I'll give a shout out to my cuz. Big shout out, Alon. He got it, and he had just started playing it, and I came over for like a chill day, and he just wanted to showcase the game to me, and we both just got hooked in it. We got snacks and shit, and we just parked on the couch and played. And it was mostly me watching or saying, "Oh, go here, you go there," or "What's behind that? Go look there," and he would just move and go. And occasionally, I would hop onto my phone, and we were trying to Google all of the secret little. I think they were called like vantage or viewing things, where you get to a certain point, and it gives you a cutscene sort of
Mm.
flashback and tells you the history behind that. So we were on a quest to not only finish the game, but hunt down all of those things to get the behind and backstory to it. And it was, yeah, you're on the right kind of track. They do show you like civilization and this development of AI, and it kind of gets out of control. And the AI starts to evolve itself, and that's why you have these different creatures and that coming out of the whole AI thing. Um, I can't remember what the exact final ending was, but I know we got to the end. We finished it. We
Oh, cool.
killed the last boss. Yeah, finished the whole game. I just can't remember what the actual final ending was. I mean, I stayed over there. We played late into the night, slept for a bit, played some more in the day. And even then, we didn't finish the game. I went home, he carried on playing. And when I came back, we were just at this last little hurdle to beat this last sort of boss. So, amazing game. Unbelievable game. And it's like proper, like, sucks you in to this whole world. So, yeah, if you carry on playing it, dude, you're in for a long, long journey.
Nice.
If you like that, another one that I loved also because of that kind of story was the Uncharted series.
I played the most recent one. I think, well, not the most recent one, but there was one that was free on PlayStation. I think it was number 4, and also loved it, dude. Finished it. It's freaking cool.
Yeah, and I love that almost like Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider-ishness to those games. And the cutscenes are so good. It's like you like, is this cutscene or is this actual gameplay at times? It's so amazing.
Yeah. Oh. Did you? So I don't know if you've played that one or seen that one, but it's hilarious. There is this little side game where you play with your wife, and you actually play. They play on their little in the game. They play on their little console that you play Crash Bandicoot.
Yes,
which 100%. I thought was hilarious. That was cool.
That was great. When they're on that little island almost thing, they were like tired and have a little kid at that time. Yes. Oh, dude, Uncharted was just so good.
Freaking cool game.
They are making the movie now. Tom Holland.
Yeah, I saw that. So I'm keen to see how that sort of plays out.
Excellent. You should play the one before the one that you played. There's one, I think it's number 3, where it's a lot of him and his brother. There's a whole story between the two brothers and what happens there. It was also unbelievable. Brilliant. So yeah, I'm glad he's doing those, dude. Those are like little mini movie stories in and of themselves, just more interactive.
Yeah. So you see, and that's where like Kira and I are so different, because often she will play a game and she'll skip the cutscenes and the story. She just wants to play. Like, yeah, exactly. No! And like, so that's why Warzone is so like relevant to her, because she can just shoot stuff. And that's entertaining. And to me, I'm like, I've shot something, and now what? I want the game to evolve and change over time.
And you want the story elements to come in. Like for me, the cutscenes are your payoff in a way.
Exactly. Like, yeah. And dude, so. If you like bored sometime, there's been very mixed reviews, but I really want to play it, and it's so expensive. But it's out on PS4 and PS5 now. But it's the new Assassin's Creed. It's called Valhalla. So it's like a Vikings Day 1 where they've made the story, and like there has been some people say it's got a slow start, but it becomes really cool. But like if you want, go check, like, because it obviously has some of the movie cutscene elements that trailers you can watch online, and it looks so cool, dude. Like, it looks like you literally... Did you ever watch the series Vikings?
I watched one. There was a few of them at the same time. One was called Norsemen. There was Vikings. I can't remember which one I watched.
Okay. Well, it like feels like you're in like a scene from Vikings. Beginning Vikings did lose its momentum, but like the first few seasons were like actually really cool. With what's that famous guy that all the girls love?
It was Skarsgård, wasn't it? One of the Skarsgård brothers.
I don't know. I'm bad with actors, dude. I'm going to Google it quickly.
I thought it was Skarsgård who did Vikings.
I thought it was that dude from... his name's Travis Fimmel.
Oh, yes. I think he was also in that Raised by Wolves.
Yes, he was. It's that dude.
Yes.
I get him and I think it's Charlie Newman mixed up for some
Charlie
reason.
Hunnam. Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, and The Gentleman, which I actually forgot to say. I rewatched that movie again the other day. It's just so cool. It's just such a cool film. And I don't know if you've seen now, dude, like, maybe we should, if Poor Cinemas are still open, I don't know if everyone would be keen to go team watch that as a group, but what's his name, man? The dude who made the film? The director?
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, it's a Guy Ritchie film with Jason Statham. I can't remember what it's called, but I mean, Guy Ritchie films are always cool. So
definitely, dude, I'd watch that. But Jason Statham, I'm there.
So
totally.
That's another thing, dude. I think I asked you this. Sorry, I've gone way off topic, but I asked you this, and it's something else I did watch. There's a mate out there. Shout out if he ever sees this. His name's Armand. I know him through Jim, and he told me to watch this film. And I asked you. It's called. But it's like an old film of Guy Ritchie's, and it's got Jason Statham, and he's even got hair in the film.
Okay.
It's got such a cliche name, man. Revolver.
Revolver.
Yeah, Revolver. And dude, like, it's this really old film, and I checked, and it's got like such mixed reviews, and it's like, but if you watch it, it's actually super hectic, man. Like, and I think back then, I think people didn't actually get it. It's the whole idea of your ego and how your ego can screw you over and sabotage you. Which I've had a lot of conversations with this Amant guy in particular with, so it's letting go of that concept. And for such an old film, I think it was a really cool film. So I don't know if you've actually watched it. I think it's like 2005, dude. It's like,
I know I've downloaded it. I went on the Let Me Guess Jason Statham and Guy Ritchie films. So, yeah, I've got it. I don't know if I've watched it. It's not ringing any bells. So I need to probably earmark it to watch it. But I do have a whole library of Guy Ritchie stuff now.
And it isn't. I mean, when you think Guy Ritchie, you think like Snatched and
Lock, Stock, and all of those.
Yeah. So and even like something like you would mistake. I know it's not a Guy Ritchie film, but like Lucky Number 11 has even still got that style and that. But this is like completely different. I think it was like a passion project of his, and for like the mainstream audience, it didn't land. But I think it was cool. Oh, obviously Sherlock.
Yes, yeah.
And apparently it's going to be another one, so we can hope on that. So, yeah, man.
Nice. But I'm glad you watched The Gentleman again. That movie just,
I could probably watch it again. Like,
it's so good, dude. The cast is amazing. It's just, oh man, just yeah. Charlie Hunnam is awesome. He's great, but Matthew McConaughey. Just if you want to be the king, you must first be the king.
Who was no argument there, dude. And even his wife was a cool character. I don't know who she is as an actress. But someone that surprised me, and man, I'm so bad at names, but the narrator of the whole story. Man, he's like freaking chick flick.
Hugh Grant?
Yeah, Hugh Grant, dude. Like, all his past has been like Notting Hill that he's famous for. And his role in this film was just so good. Like, the balance of humor and everything, and trying to throw his bad script in there because he's obviously like this failed filmmaker, but he's like dealing with gangsters, and it's so cool.
Sniveling weasel kind of character in a way. He was really good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Another one that I got to it's not really movie-wise, but a series that I actually went back to, and it was just purely to get my Matt Ryan sort of pull. I know in our last, and purely off the back of, I was editing our recent bunch of clips to put up on YouTube, and we're in the editing, we were touching on the whole Constantine thing and the new movie that's coming, and Matt Ryan is the best Constantine. And I just did a search on Google to see like what episodes he has appeared in as Constantine, animated or otherwise. And obviously there was a Constantine live action show that was one season. And then they just listed the whole, dude, he's like a mainstay in that DC...
Legends of Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. So he has a couple episodes in, I think it was season 3, where he kind of comes in and starts interacting. And then it ends, season 3 ends with Constantine kind of coming out and holding a dragon's head. Kind of tells the Legends that they might have fixed the timeline, but they fucked up magic. And the whole of season 4 is Constantine. And yeah, dude. I don't know how to advise people. If I was you, I'd look for, because it's on Netflix, up to season 4. Apparently Constantine's still in season 5, and there's a season 6 that he's in as well. But do yourself a favor, dude. Find the episodes in season 3, watch those because they're quite relevant to what happens. And man, they did him right in Legends, dude. He's the proper morally ambiguous Constantine. He fucks over some people like hardcore. And then they do the whole perfectly thing of Constantine doesn't have any kind of sexual preference. So there's certain episodes where these gay guys hit on him and he reciprocates. He has a whole thing with one or two of the female characters as well. And the thing that I liked about it was it didn't feel forced or anything. It just felt natural. That's Constantine. I think they did it like superbly well. So yeah, I got my proper hardcore full of Constantine. And if you can fight through the other Legends characters, some of them are just painful for me. It's like just, and they're annoying and they're boring. I mean, I think I like Brandon Routh as Atom. I forget the main character's name, but he's quite cool. I like Brandon Routh. I think
he's very likable, dude. He's just
yeah,
one of those guys.
totally. And it's actually his wife is in season 3 and 4 in that. She plays a character, Nora Dark.
Okay.
I'd seen her. She has an episode on Big Bang Theory, and I've seen her in 1 or 2 other shows, and I never realized that she was his wife. But when she was on, I just Googled it because she's actually a very attractive actress. And I was like, oh, they're married. Wow, that's cool. When you see them on screen together, you totally see the chemistry that's there between them. But like I say, I mostly watched the Constantine. And it was good, man. He's amazing. And it's a proper, I think that they've done that character well on that show.
Okay.
I'm keen for you to watch.
Definitely, dude. And because I didn't know that I know that they brought him in and out and stuff, but I didn't know they like lent like so hard into his character. So I'll definitely go back and check out that season.
I didn't know either. Like I say, a quick Google search, just trying to find those random episodes with him in it, and wow, season 4 was cool to watch.
Nice.
If you can get past all the other legends that are a bit annoying. Then I also got to watch an anime show called Trese on Netflix. Netflix original, apparently based on a Filipino comic. So the main artist who did it and everything, Filipino guy. And dude, I was properly impressed. The guy's name, the head producer, a guy named Jay Olivia. And Jay, that name, I saw it and I was like, I've seen this name before somewhere, and I did some homework, and he was one of the main producers on a lot of the Batman animated films that was in the core era of DC's animation stuff. So he did a lot of those Batman movies, the visual stuff on when they did The Dark Knight Returns, those 2-part movies, the one that had Constantine, that whole Justice League Dark stuff.
Yeah.
Jay Olivia was involved in all of that.
Okay, cool.
And it made sense to me watching this Trese because it's basically this chick is like almost like a female Constantine.
Okay,
so
nice.
I'd advise you check the show out, dude. It was great. She's like in this town, and slowly like the dark underworld of magic is coming up, and it's getting a bit more prevalent than it was. And yeah, dude, these cool characters that surround her and help her, and it's got a very proper tragic end to it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I think you'd like it too.
Nice.
She's almost visually, she looks a lot more like Zatanna, visual-wise, but very Constantine-esque, and all of these things, casting spells and drawing like little spell circles and protection spells and that. So very, very Constantine-ish in its way, and I think you'll dig it.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Yeah. What else about it? So like I said, based on a Filipino horror comic. She's got these cool sidekicks that follow her around everywhere. They've got like, one's got like a sad face mask, one's got a smiley face mask. And as the story goes on, you sit there going, where are they coming from? Why did these guys? Sorry, loud noise. Like, why do these guys have these powers that they have? And as the story unfolds, like pennies drop, and you realize who these guys are. It was just a well-woven story, and it was very, very cool. I would have changed one little thing about the ending, but I'll wait for you to watch it and get your take and see if you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Nice.
So yeah, Trese was good. Legends was good. I don't know how much time we have left. How are we looking?
Yeah, we on the 20-minute mark, so
yeah, we can talk a bit more. Another one that I started watching is one called Resident Alien.
Okay.
Stars Alan Tudyk, the guy who did Serenity and Firefly. He's that blonde dude that was in.
Yeah, Flippy's in something else, and I just can't think of what it was.
He's been in a few. We'll put a
Yeah.
picture of Alan Tudyk up on the screen. I love him. I think he's an amazing actor. And in this, he's brilliant. He plays this alien that's crash landed on Earth, and he's in like this remote town, almost like Alaska type of town, like very small, very remote town. The first person he encounters, like, naturally freaks out and attacks him, and they have this altercation, and he ends up killing this guy. But because of his tactile contact with the guy, he can morph his body to look like that guy that looks at Alan Tudyk. And then he sits down and watches TV, and he learns how to talk, how to interact, and it comes from a very like TV stylized thing. So he watches like things like Law and Order and medical shows, and these guys come to him and they take him into town because the original character that he killed was a doctor, and they need help. Someone's been killed in town, and they need his help to perform an autopsy and stuff. And the way he acts, he's like, "Yes, I am a doctor. I am the best doctor in the world. I can perform many autopsies." Just like he's very awkward, and he slowly starts to like acclimate himself with everyone else. And as he does, he picks up things like human emotions and all that stuff, and it freaks him out. It's just really good. And there's this kid in town, and a kid who can see him for what he is. And this kid thinks he's going crazy, and then Alan Tudyk is like, he will expose me. I must get rid of him. So he goes to the parents. He's like, your child is mentally insane and needs. And like convinces the parents that the kid needs to be put in an institution and stuff. It's like, it's really good. There's these moments where it's like proper this alien going against this kid, and the kid always bests him. It's really funny. So yeah, I had to track it down. I downloaded it, and I'm enjoying it. It's a nice, cool watch. And as it's gone on now, it's spiraling quite hectically to the end of the season, I would imagine. But a good show, a good watch. Another one that we watched together quickly was that Rick and Morty.
Oh, Solar Opposites, yeah.
Yeah, spin-off. Same animators as Rick and Morty, and it's Justin Roiland who does the voices of Rick and Morty. And he's the main showrunner, producer on this, and writer, obviously, and does a lot of the voices on the show. And I wanted to say, I enjoyed it. I don't know what you thought about it when you first saw it.
I'm going to say something pretty controversial right now, but like when Rick and Morty came out, dude, like I enjoyed it. I still do. I mean, there is the new season. I don't know if you've watched. There's 2 episodes out. I've watched them, and they're great. Especially I enjoyed the second episode. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because Solar Opposites is like on a different network and they got even more freedom. And there's just because it's so dark and so random, I actually was enjoying it more than I enjoyed Rick and Morty.
I hear what you're saying, and you're right. They certainly do seem to have a lot more freedom. There's a lot more sex stuff in it too, and the darker side of sex stuff, like fetishes coming out hectically. I also, I dare say I enjoy it as much as Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Because it's different, because it's a different premise and everything, and because it's darker in its own right, and that for me, it's on par. I enjoy it as much. I don't know what else to say. It's just I've watched all season 1 and season 2 now, and yeah, dude, if you watch season 2, it's as bad in some areas. In some episodes, they go way worse on some of the shit that they get to.
Yeah. So I would endorse it, dude. I don't know about you, but like if there's anyone out there that, because it isn't widely advertised, I could be wrong. And I think
because it's a Hulu original.
Yeah, because it's on Hulu. Even I had like a friend that I gave it to because I'd recently downloaded it, and they're like, "What is Hulu?" And I'm like, "Okay, anyway, it's like another Netflix." But like, I did find that quite funny. But it just shows you like, because especially we limited in South Africa, there's a lot that people just don't see. So if there's anyone out there who loves Rick and Morty and now is being painfully has to wait episode by episode, this would be an amazing filler because you can download all 2 seasons if you have access to those kind of things and downloading and all that. It's fun, dude. It's very cool.
I loved Solar Opposites. So I had another. I mean, we almost binged through season one when we were all together, all of us, Timmy, Keegan, everybody. And dude, I think the next weekend, on a Saturday, I sat and I just clucked all through season two, and I was not sorry. It's so fucking good and funny.
Nice.
And like you say, I like it because it's not Rick and Morty. It's its
Yeah.
own unique thing. And the only commonality is the animation. And every now and again, when Justin Roiland does certain character voices, it's like, okay, that's so and so in Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
That you kind of make that association. But other than that, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that show.
Nice.
So, if you liked what Mark and I were talking about here, or just like our content in general,
please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more videos.
And yeah, do us a favor and find us on the social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram.
See you in the next video.